This is percent solutions. We've looked at molarity. Concentrations can be expressed as molarity, mole per liter, and also can be expressed as percent. So percent solution is one way to describe the concentration of a solution. Okay. So in this case, we will have percent of solute in the solvent. Percent of solute in the solvent. So let's start by understanding what percent is. If you scored 80% in an exam, what does that mean? Think about it. If you scored 80% in an exam, what does that mean? Hopefully, you said it means 80 out of 100. 80 out of 100. So this meaning of percent will be applied in this calculation. Okay? So the percent can further be determined in 3 ways. It can be determined, number one, the ratio of the mass of the solute divided by the mass of the solution. When we talk about mass of solution, we mean mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Okay, mass of solution is mass of solute plus mass of solvent. And the second way is the ratio of the volume of the solute divided by the volume of the solution, where the volume of solution is equal to volume of solute plus volume of solvent. It can as well be the ratio of the mass of the solute divided by the volume of the solution. The mass of the solute divided by the volume of the solution. These are 3 ways percent can be determined. Let's start with mass percent, which is the ratio of the mass of the solute divided by the mass of the solution. When the solute in a solution is a solid, a convenient way to express the concentration is a mass percent. Okay, so let's look at this example. If you are given the concentration as 25.5%, and it says mass over mass, that's mass percent. And what does that mean? Just like we looked at 80% is 80 out of 100. 25.5% mass over mass means 25.5 grams of solute over 100 grams of solution. That's the meaning. 25.5 grams of solute over 100 grams of solution. We have to understand this for us to do any calculation right. So percent by mass, if you are to calculate percent by mass, that will be mass of solute over mass of solution. Remember, mass is in grams. Some will say grams of solute over grams of solution times 100, because we are talking about percent by mass. Then, let's use an example to show this. Let's look at it as an example. It says, suppose that a solution was prepared by dissolving 25.0 grams of sugar into 100 grams of water. What is the percent by mass? Okay. Suppose that a solution was prepared by dissolving 25.0 grams of sugar into 100 grams of water. What is the percent by mass? The first thing is to analyze the problem. What do you know? Okay, we know the mass of sugar, which is the solute, mass of solute, is 25.0 grams of sugar. Then we know the mass of solvent, mass of water. That is 100 grams of water. It's good to start by understanding what you know. So by doing that, you not make mistake. It's asking percent by mass. You don't know that. So with this information, it's very clear that the formula for this will be mass percent equal to mass of solute over mass of solution times 100. Now, we know mass of solid, we know mass of solution. From what we know already, solution is solute plus solvent. Solute plus solvent. So with that information, we will know that solute here is 25.0 grams and solvent is water, 1.8 grams. So that will be 125 grams solution. So mass of solute, 25.0 grams of sugar, that's our solute, over 125 grams of solution. This is sugar solution now, times 100. And so that will be equal to, so what is happening here is it will be 20.0%. Okay, 20.0%. That's it. Very easy. You analyze the problem, write down what you know. Based on what you know, you figure out the formula to use. Sometimes you may want to calculate the mass of solute in a solution. You may want to calculate the mass of solute in a solution. For example, if you are given this type of question, you need to make 3,000 grams of a 5.0% solution of sodium chloride. What is the mass of solute? Look at this question very carefully. You need to make, so the solution is 3,000 grams and the concentration is 5.0%. How much solute do you need in this solution? That's basically what this question is all about. Okay, you need to make 3,000 grams of a 5.0% solution of sodium chloride. What is the mass of solute? What is the mass of solute? This question, the 5% is mass over mass. Mass over mass. There are two ways of solving this problem. I will do both of them. Let's start with the first one, the first method. we know let's write what we know. We know the mass of solution. The mass of sodium chloride solution is 3,000 grams. And we know the concentration. We know mass percent. And that's 5.0%. Then we have to look at the meaning. This means 5.0 grams of sodium chloride all over 100 grams of sodium chloride solution. We know this concentration. There's 5 grams in 100 grams solution. But you want to figure out, the question is, what the mass of solute? So the mass of solute in these 3,000 grams, that's what we need to figure out. One way of solving this is to look at this fraction as a conversion factor. We want to figure out mass of solute, which is grams of solute. We know 3,000 grams of sodium chloride over 1, like we did in the dimensional analysis. And then we use this as conversion factor. Grams of sodium chloride, grams of sodium chloride. Then solution, sodium chloride solution. Sodium chloride solution. Then grams of solute, which is this. So we have 5.0 over 100 grams. This cross out, this cross out. Then we will get our grams of solute, which is the mass of solute, will be 150 grams of sodium chloride. This is one way of solving it. Another way of solving it, which I'll call method 2, is to use proportion. Proportion. We already know this, that 5% is 5.0 grams sodium chloride over 100 grams of sodium chloride solution. Okay, we do not know grams of sodium chloride in 3,000 grams of sodium chloride solution. So this and this are the same concentration, but here we don't know how many grams. So in that way, we cross multiply grams of sodium chloride times 100 grams of sodium chloride solution will give us 5.0 grams of sodium chloride times 3,000 grams of sodium chloride solution. Now, we want to find grams of this, so we divide this side by 100 grams of sodium chloride solution. We also divide this side by 100 grams of sodium chloride solution. So this, we cross this out. Now, we will have grams of sodium chloride to make it neater. That will be sodium chloride, 3,000 grams sodium chloride solution, all over 100 grams sodium chloride solution. Okay, then grams of sodium chloride solution, grams of sodium chloride cross out. We come we have the same answer. This is method 1, this is method 2. So which one will you prefer to use? Which one do you prefer to use? So you choose the one that makes more sense to you, but both you get to the same answer. Okay, one is more like dimensional analysis using conversion factor. The other one is more like proportion, equating them together. Please pause the video and try this one. Calculate the mass of nickel 2 sulfate contained in 200 grams of a 6.0% aqueous solution. Calculate the mass of nickel 2 sulfate contained in 200 grams of a 6.0% aqueous solution. Pause the video and try it. Hopefully, you got your answer, but let's do it together. Calculate the mass of nickel 2 sulfate contained in 200 grams of a 6.0% aqueous solution. So what do we know? It says calculate the mass. This is mass of solid. We don't know that. Contained in this of, so we have mass of solution 200 grams. Then concentration of the solution, which is percent mass, is 6.0, which means 6.0 grams of this solid over 100 grams of solution. I think I used the first method we used last time. You can use the other one, it doesn't matter. I think that one is simpler. So we are calculating grams of the solid. And we are given the mass of solution. This means nickel sulfate solution. I should have put it here for clarity. Solution over 1. Remember, whatever we're given, over 1. Now we write the unit, grams of nickel sulfate solution. We want to figure out that what we want is always on top. And we are using this as conversion factor. So that should be 100 grams, then 6.0. This cross out, and this will be 12.0 grams nickel sulfate. That's a solid. That's it. Again, it doesn't matter the method you use. You can use proportion method. Okay. That's also, the second one is volume percent. Volume percent. Okay. So volume percent, the percentage of solute in a solution can more easily be determined by volume when the solute and solvent are both liquids. So we look at the ratio of the volume of the solute divided by the volume of the solution. So if you have 25.5% volume over volume, means where the solute is liquid and the solvent is liquid, it means 25.5 milliliter of solute over 100 milliliter of solution. That's what this means, okay? So if we are calculating percent by volume, it will be volume of solid over volume of solution times 100. Volume of solid over volume of solution times 100. So we can look at this example. So let's look at this example. If a solution is made by adding 40.0 ml of methanol to 200 ml of water, what is the percent volume? Again, we have to understand the question. If a solution is made by adding, okay, do we know the volume of solid here? Is 40.0 ml, which is ethanol. And then we know the volume of water. (200 ml). Okay. Now, we are asked what is the percent volume? So that means percent by volume will be equal to volume of solid over volume of solution. Okay. Volume of solid over volume of solution times 100. Do we know the volume of solution? Will be volume of solid plus volume of solvent. Okay, let me volume of solid plus volume of solvent. Do we know that? So volume of solution here will be volume of solid is 40.0 ml and volume of solution is 200 ml. So which will be equal to 240. So now, you know the volume of solid is 40.0 ml of ethanol. And volume of solution is 240 ml of ethanol solution times 100. And this will give 16.7% ethanol. That's it. That's about percent by volume. So let's look at mass volume percent. The mass volume percent is used to express the concentration of a solution when the mass of the solid and volume of the solution is given. Okay, so here we look at the ratio of the mass of the solid divided by the volume of the solution. Okay, so in this case, remember the other one is mass, only this one, the other one is volume, and this is mass volume. So the mass volume percent will be mass of solid over volume of solution times 100. So we can use the example. This example is a calculate the mass volume percent of a 762.5 milliliter solution that is prepared by dissolving 289.15 grams of calcium azide in water. So example, let's look at this example. So in this example, again, we have to analyze the problem. It's very clear. It says calculate the mass volume percent. So mass volume percent, we do not know. And then it says of a 762.5 ml solution. So volume of solution is 762.5 milliliter. Prepared by dissolving 289.15 grams of calcium azide. So that is a mass of solute, which is calcium azide, is 289.15 grams. Okay. So it's very clear the formula to use. So mass volume percent is equal to mass of solute. Always write the formula. Don't plug in the numbers without showing the formula. Then volume of solution times 100. That's it. Then we plug in the number. Mass of solute is 289.15 grams of calcium azide. Volume of solution is 762.15 m. Is it 7? Oh, is it 5 or 15? Where did I get 1? It's 0.5. I'm sorry. Looks horrible. 762.5 milliliter of solution times 100. So this will come out to 37.92. That's 7.92. Remember, this is mass over volume. That's it. I'd like you to pause the video and do these practice questions. This will help you to know if you really understood the concept. The first one is a 2000 gram sugar water solution contains 200 grams of sugar. What is the concentration of the solution? Okay. The second one, B, calculate the volume percent of solute in 30.0 ml of methyl alcohol in enough water to give 435 ml of solution. C, 250 ml of an aqueous 15.0% sodium chloride solution was made. How much solute was added to the solution to make it? D, how would you make 250 grams of a 4.5% mass over mass glucose solution? Make sure you show all your work and show your formula. Don't just plug in the numbers. The units must be there. Let's do the first one together. A 2000 gram sugar water solution contains 200 grams of sugar. What is the concentration of the solution? What is the concentration of the solution? So what do we know? We know mass of solution. Sugar water solution. (2,000 grams). Then we know mass of sugar. That's the solute. Mass of sugar is 200 grams. What is the concentration? We do not know that. So this concentration is mass over mass. Okay? Is percent concentration. So which will be mass of solute all over mass of solution times 100, which is 200 grams of sugar over 2,000 grams of sugar water solution times 100. So that will give 10%. 10%. Hopefully you got it right. And then these are the answers to other questions. These are the answers to other questions. So make sure you do all of them, and I hope it makes sense. Thank you.